Hey, I saw your video. With one DC? You're Bill, right?
Yeah, I'm Bill.
Okay.
All he got him is that large. Maybe that's where he should go back to.
Yeah. He's the council chairman.
I know now. I'm saying they still got more here that large.
Yeah.
Maybe he can add all the way out of the place. First.
Stop.
Maybe we can get rid of them all the way down.
Because I was leading the march. Come here. EPA. Yeah, I know what there is, but I didn't know
no such thing. Let me get a picture. Huh? I am, if I see him. So we're too scared to come out the doorway.
Back and forth.
I'm gonna let him know. I ain't got no problem letting him know.
So is the chairman in? Huh?
Chairman is not available.
It's not available?
No, it's not.
Let's go on in.
Well, you can go on in. Well, so who's gonna lead the charge here? I mean, where's
They get a chick. She can do all the charting. She got a flag.
And we are now at our last tour stop, and I didn't fall. How about we clap for that? Come on, somebody. Now, for those of you who have been with us during the duration of this tour, you will find that there is nothing to see at this tour stop. And the reason
Where is it? Mike, come on, we voted for him.
if we have, just give me one moment.
Going right ahead.
If we have cuts to our safety net services, a lot of us will be left with absolutely nothing. And that is the reality in our safety net reality tour. Just so you know the truth about the cuts, there was no 1% to these cuts. There was no real budget that's painful. That's not true at all. In reality, $130 million from Human Services was cut. That means 2/3 of all budget cuts came from the Department of Human Services. For some background, in the last 4 years, a total of 33% has been cut from the Department of Human Services. So this is a trend that needs to stop, and it can stop on May 25th, 2011, when the council votes. Now, for those who are familiar, you hear Save Our Safety Net speak a lot about progressive revenue and how if we introduce a progressive income tax structure, we can share the burden via our tax dollars. Well, our chairman here, Chairman Kwame Brown, said that it was his #1 on the agenda to remove the mayor's proposed tax increase from the proposed budget. So he is avidly not a supporter of the tax increases. So for that very reason, some of you all have some dollars, and we need those donations so we can give Kwame Brown the money that he needs to restore those services. So pull out your dollars. Put them in the air. There's someone coming around and taking donations. Remember to save one for your respective council person, but please donate to Save Our Safety Net Services because we all need to help create one DC.
Oh, and by the way, his door is locked. He won't let us in. He's locked his door. He shut us out. He is our public official. We voted for him, and yet we can't get in his office. Okay, then you want to come?
The he that he's referring to is Chairman Brown, and that's not correct. Chairman Brown did not lock the door.
So who locked it? You?
No, I did not.
Who locked the door?
Okay, I'm sorry. First of all, can I ask you to lower your voice? We are conducting business in
We want to
here.
remain
The
calm.
chairman is not available to meet with you.
Government functions. Yes, ma'am. I have a question.
To me, it's clear to see that Kwame Brown does not support people that are in poverty or lower class. So I think that we should not vote for him the next time.
The chairman asked to have the homeless budget restored from the mayor's proposal.
We have one more speaker from Homeless Services, but before that one speaker for Homeless Services comes up, we have a member of the walking tour that has something that she would like to say, and I agree with what she has to say, so I would like for her to share it.
I didn't know you were going to put that. A lot of chair people say that they support the budget, okay, because they want to go along to get along, but they're not willing to do what it takes, and they're voting to actually do the things that, excuse me, they're not willing to put their stuff on the line, is what I'm trying to say. So I think that if these council members or chairmen at large, that we should not vote for them coming the next term. I'm not gonna vote for them.
So we have some of your constituents, some of your neighbors stating that because our council is unable to speak with us, particularly our chair, she is making a pledge today at the Safety Net Tour to not vote for him when election time comes. And she wanted to, one moment, and she wanted to share that with the rest of the Safety Net Reality Tour. Because the reality is, regardless what you do not have today at this time, you do have a vote. As long as you are over 18, you do have a vote. And that vote is what gives these jobs. And with that being said, I think it's time that we talk about homeless services one more time so that Kwame Brown can be aware of exactly what's going to take place. So if we could, I would like for our speaker, Mr. Black, Mr. O.B. Black is going to come forward and speak once again, answering the question, where will we sleep?
Good afternoon.
And here goes the chairman. Here goes the chairman right here. All right, we got him out.
All right, I'm O.B. Black. I'm speaking solely for myself. There are hundreds of other people that need shelters, that need affordable housing. Affordable housing would, in fact, solve the homeless problem. Now, in 1968, after Dr. King passed, or got killed, we'll say, there were 10 cities. And that's what this city is going to turn into if we don't save these benefits and shelters for people to live in. Now, also, after Dr. King's death, there were riots, or at least a riot. It was a terrible riot that affected a large part of the city. That's right. That can also happen. So you either go to jail now or you go to jail next year. And what we need to do is look at 9,000 dogs, cats, hamsters, birds, and other animals have shelter here in the city. And you mean you can't shelter humans? That's a problem. That's a contradiction. And there are a lot of contradictions in what the council is saying and what actually exists. Now, what we need to do is, like the sister said earlier, stick together, band together, and keep fighting for what's ours. We elected these people to serve us. It's like a lawyer. When you get a lawyer, he's supposed to work in your interest.
I'm good. I'm good.
These city council people
I can't do anything about that, huh?
And
really
if
can't.
we don't force them to do what's right, they're going to do what's wrong. That's where I see it.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
One more thing. Just one more thing. Money's available. And if these council people's mother was on the street, I think they'd change their tune. Change the tune when you got somebody that you really care about. In New York, the Washington Post said the first week in this month, there was a meeting of billionaires in Tucson, Arizona. These billionaires, including Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, were finding out ways in which they could give their money away. Money is available. You have grants, you can have a lottery for the homeless. There are 1,000,001 ways, and a lot of people that are advocates for the homeless have expressed that over the last few years. Keep fighting, and we'll win it.
So now that we do have Chairman Kwame Brown here in our presence, we have two presentations that we would like to make for him. We would like Deanna from 1DC to come forward and present to him the accurate survey results from DC constituents reflecting the desire to restore funds to the safety net. And of course, we'll be more than happy to give Chairman Brown, where are you at, Miss Deanna? I'm coming. Okay, we're trying We're trying to get it to the front. There's such a large contingent. Yay for not being able to make it to the front.
You know, I'm from Southeast, so I can bust through.
Yes, me too.
Tell it, sister, tell
East
it.
of the river now. They call it East of the river now. Here you go.
So with the attempt to engage the community in the budget process, one DC members decided to take the online survey that Mayor Gray had put online with his attempt to engage the community, and we went out and hit the streets. So I want to present to you. This is our summary called The People Speak on the City Budget. We did outreach in Ward 2 and 7 and 8. And asked some of the very same questions that Mayor Gray asked, but looking at the fact that the survey was put online. So how many people from the community actually have access to the internet to be a part of this process or can make it down to council meetings and testify before the council? So we wanted to make sure that the people that were really being hurt by this budget process were included. So I'm going to share these results with you, and you've also heard all of the stories from the people that are here. And I just want everyone to give the people that were part of that hit the streets and got this and collect this information and data. You can put your hands up. We got Bill right here.
All right, Bill.
All right, Bill.
And we got a few people in the back. But I thank you everyone for being here. But just making sure that this budget is the purpose of the city budget is to include the people that are being impacted by the process and make sure their voices are heard. So we know that you all are out here today to make sure that happens. Thank you.
And lastly, Chairman Brown, we know that it was your #1 priority to remove the tax increases from the mayor's budget. And we want you to know that DC has spoken. In fact, they shouted that we do want to share the burden and restore our safety net. So we've brought you some dollars here from your voters to help you. Remember when you decide to make that vote, that money is necessary to restore safety net services. Not build homes we can't afford to live in, not build businesses that won't employ us, but to restore our safety net services. And with that being said, we want to thank you, and we will conclude our safety net tour by letting you all know that we will be meeting tomorrow at Bread for the City. You can speak. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, can I say?
We would like to have Chairman Kwame Brown speak. After that, I'll let you know what's next.
Okay. No, I figured I should be able to say something. I mean,
yes, I apologize.
I mean, come here and let me thank you for coming out and continue to advocate and make sure that, you know, we restore and look at how we treat not only our homelessness here, families and men and women, but making sure that the least of us have every opportunity to participate and get up off our feet so we can make sure that they can have a good quality of life. And I want to thank you so much for coming inside of this building, going to every single member's offices, and really making your voice heard. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. I think that you're here for a reason, right? Am I right? You're here for a reason.
Yeah.
The reason you're here is because you want restored the homeless services, the TANF, and the IDA. You want some of that restored that was cut.
And more taxes.
All of it.
Let me ask you a question.
You want all of it restored?
Can I talk? I support the voucher program.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I support the voucher program. Every child should have quality education in the District of Columbia, no matter what. But you're here for Ash. You're not here saying, if I understand it, you want the safety net programs restored. You want homelessness services that was reduced. You want the TANF that was reduced. You want the IDA that was reduced. You want to make sure the families and the homeless men, you want some of that reduced. I mean, restored. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Housing Production Trust Fund. Housing Production Trust Fund.
You want it restored. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's the ask, right? You want
It's a demand.
And progressive revenue is also part of it.
Now, see, I'll let you guys talk. Let me talk.
We're being
I just have a
responsive.
question. Like,
Responded.
no, I'm asking about the homeless services.
But if you ask, we have to answer you.
I'm sorry?
If you ask, we have to answer you.
Yeah, no, I do. I have a problem. You know I don't have a problem with that, Eric. Come on. Come on, Eric. You don't have a problem with that. I just want to be clear because there's a lot of different asks. And as a group, you're asking a number of different things. And I want to go through them so I'm clear when I walk back through this door of what the ask of the group is. Is that okay?
I'll be glad to do
Now,
If you want me to respond now, I'll be glad to answer that question. If you don't agree with